It was October 2018 when my boyfriend dropped me off at Grant Park to go for a run with 45,000 of my closest friends. That's 45,000 different goals, sources of motivation, and reasons why. So after months of training, planning, preparation, I was finally ready to run my first world major marathon. Of course, as I envisioned myself on my foot tour through Chicago, I saw myself as strong, powerful. I would cross the finish line with my arms raised, a smile on my face, and a Boston qualifying time. I would be victorious. Or so I thought. See, my 26.2 miles was full of rain, pain, and chaos. I became a victim to my own goals. I finished my race full of heartbreak, frustration, and a lot of tears. And in that moment, when a medal was placed around my neck, I forgot to acknowledge that what felt like complete failure would actually be some of my greatest achievements. We often become so consumed in how we get to our goals that we forget why and what we're doing in the first place. My name's Laura Skiles. Most of you know me as a financial advisor, but I'm also an 8-time marathon runner. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you my 3 keys to setting goals and making adjustments along the way. So you'll learn how to identify, determine, and execute. So as you reach your goals, you also get to celebrate your learning during the journey on the way there. Because like Renzo Gracie said, you either win or you learn. So there is no losing. You either win the fight or you learn. First of all, let's start with identifying. Not just what, but what do we really want out of it, right? What's our mission here? And why is this so important? Have an idea of how this will impact your life. And when all is said and done, what has to be true for you to feel like the entire process was successful? Okay, get really specific on what this means to you. Imagine that you have an onion, right? And you're just peeling back the layers one by one to get to the center. And in the center is your why. Now you need to know what your why is, because that is going to be your source of motivation when things get tough along the way. Step number 2. Now that we know what we really want out of this, we have to know how and who is going to help us get there, right? So maybe you are running a marathon. Maybe that reason is for your health, or maybe the goal was just to accomplish something that seemed really difficult or maybe even impossible. But you have to build your team to help you. See, no one runs a marathon alone. There's so many people involved. You have your coach, your massage therapist, your chiropractor, your nutritionist, your training partners, and a really supportive spouse. Okay, so find who you need to help. And it's okay to be picky, because remember, there's a reason why Michael Jordan went back to basketball. Okay, so who do you need? Is that a banker, an accountant, an advisor, a friend? Seek out that person and let them know how they can help you reach your goals. But just make sure that you don't get so caught up in crossing the finish line that you forget to enjoy the view along the way. Trust me, you never want to find out that you ran through Chinatown and missed the entire thing. But use those resources that will help leverage you and use the experiences of the people who have come before you. Okay, set your A, B, and C goals. So if something goes awry, like maybe your watch stops working, it's pouring rain, and your leg starts to cramp at mile 15, you will know what you need to do and how to reassess your goals. Maybe that means that today isn't for that Boston qualifier. but maybe it required a huge PR, and now today is a day just for you to work on that next personal best. Now the third step, obviously, it's time to just go do it. So we've gotten really clear about what success looks like, what we want out of this, and it's time to toe the starting line, right? So now you need to set benchmarks so that you can measure your progress along the way as you hit different milestones. This will help you assess whether you're on the right track or if you need to make any changes. But you also need to know what you're going to measure. So what does that look like? Is it pace? Is it effort? Is it savings, activity, enjoyment? But plan your time out so you can know whether you're on the right track. Maybe you're ahead of schedule, maybe a little behind, or maybe we just need to take a different path to get to our finish line. Regardless, the most important piece of this is to commit to flexibility when you commit to your goal. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, you'll be able to find success in so many more ways than one. See, enjoying the process of how you get there and the journey along the way is the true victory in meeting your goals. So when the unexpected happens, step back to reassess and identify, determine, and execute. If your goals are important to you, I invite you to connect with me. Please reach out to me by using the Facebook, LinkedIn, or email provided below. That way, we can find a way to work together so that you can reach your goals and live the life that you dream, whatever those might be. So you can cross your finish line with your arms raised and a smile on your face.